Nice. So we're just starting actually. So we were either going to be laying back or having a comfortable seat, whatever feels nice. And we're going to take a few breaths. So we're going to start with the 9 centering breaths. We're going to take another deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're just going to exhale through the mouth. Nice. Then you're going to start sensing into physical tensions. So as you breathe in, without judging yourself at all, just noticing maybe shoulders tweaky, maybe somewhere in the body something is a little bit, let's say we use the word uncomfortable, but we're going to see it as sensation right now and breathe into that. And we'll exhale and just let it melt a little. Nice. We're going to do 3 more breaths like that. Just letting your awareness be on this sensation and the dissipation of sensation as you breathe. Nice. A few more like that. Even letting a smile maybe float to your corners of your lips if that happens. Just letting whatever you feel right now. Sometimes we feel a little bit of just natural bliss from that oxygenation and that release of the carbon dioxide. And one more breath like that, just allowing breath now to flow all by itself, noticing the magic of that. There's no need to even control or effort, even if you hold your breath completely. The moment you start to just let it happen, the breath flows in, touches within you, and it flows out. Great. And then we're going to let the hands come onto the belly and maybe the solar plexus, wherever you feel is a comforting place to feel that sensation of connection at the front body. And then we're going to also, without judgment, just acknowledge any emotions that might be in the body right now. Without needing to analyze or label, maybe some anxiety has been there, maybe some worry, maybe anger or sadness. All of it valid. So each breath here, welcoming all parts of yourself into the room, into your experience. Continuing like that, let's take a few more breaths there because we do tend to accumulate quite a lot of those sensations. Great, and now if you're seated, you're going to do your seated twist, which means you're seated and you're just turning your body to the left and twisting and then to the right. And if you're lying down, you're going to be in a reclined twist. You're going to have your arms spread open. We're going to bend the knees in. And then as you exhale, your knees are going to your left. So I'll show the seated version too in a moment. So inhale, you're going to draw your knees up. Exhale, your knees are going to the right and you look to the left. And continuing with your twist side to side. So if you're seated, just simply facing forward. When you inhale, you're going to draw your arms up, if that's convenient. And then as you exhale, you're just turning the front body to the left. And then we're going to relax the shoulders there, relax the shoulder blades there. Kind of lengthen through your spine, grow a little taller. Nice, keep the back of the neck nice and relaxed. Perfect. And then in your own time, you'll be bringing yourself back to center. And as you exhale, twisting to your other side, looking over the other shoulder. The same thing here. Inhale. We're still lengthening the spine, softening the shoulder blades. And exhale, we're just going to hang out there. So whether you're on your mat or in your chair, continuing with each breath, come to center, exhale, twist. We're going to do this for about another half a minute, not needing to even judge the time. I'll just help you to keep track of that. So just let yourself be with your experience. Just each little bit of feeling the arms float up if that's what you're doing. Each little bit of feeling the legs sweep side to side. Feeling the contact of your feet against each other. So just each little nuance as you practice becoming more and more able to tune in. So for instance, I can feel my vertebrae. I can feel kind of which parts of the vertebrae are yielding, which parts are resistant, and I'll let my breath flow to those places. So a few more breaths here, side to side. Beautiful. Great. And then taking one more breath in. We're going to bring ourselves back to center, and wherever you are, just rest at center for a few moments. Just notice your breath again flowing in and out all by itself. Nice. And then those of us who are lying down, we're going to come forward and meet in cat and cow. And if you're seated, you're going to do cat and cow in your chair. So I think everybody knows cat and cow very well. So I'm going to show the seated version. Hands are on your knees. And when you inhale, you're just going to roll the heart up, relaxing your shoulders back. The head doesn't have to be thrown back. You don't want to cut off the breath. So wherever you're comfortable, just leaning back a little, letting the center of the heart lift as you inhale. And as you exhale, rounding your spine, really drawing the entire spine all the way back. Beautiful cat stretch. And we continue like this. Inhale, we're going to roll the heart up, soften the collarbones. And as you exhale, we're going to roll the shoulders back. Continuing like this, just flexing and flexing the spine, just kind of like a little frisbee almost, that we're just letting it go curve and then curve in the opposite direction, but inviting your breath into that. Gorgeous. We're going to do that for a little while as you become more attuned to this movement, letting yourself really just enjoy it. You don't even have to think about it. So this morning when I was practicing it, just really letting my entire spine have this beautiful kind of freedom as you continue there. Your breath is warming the whole spine. And then if it feels good for you today, if you want to stay with the same pace of movement, go for it. If you want to move a little bit faster, so we're kind of going to whip the breath a little bit more through the spine today. So inhale, draw the heart up, exhale, kind of breathing out a little more forcefully. Almost like the breath is coming up through the nostrils, kind of sharply. And then inhale, draw that breath sharply in, and then exhale. So we're building a little bit of heat with our cat and cow today. We'll do about maybe 10 more like that. You might feel a little bit warmer, letting yourself kind of get warm from within. So from the central channel, we're connecting to all the organs of the body, bringing circulation through the entire front and back body. Gorgeous. Nice. And then take your time to come back to center, come back to stillness. And those of you in cat and cow on your mat, you're gonna start coming into the shoulders and the hips. You can make your circles. You can turn into the head, the neck, just whatever feels natural. So rock and roll cat and cow. And in many ways, same thing, if you're seated, let yourself kind of rock around and even let your head and your neck just naturally find its own way to exploration of movement. So just letting your head, your neck, your breath guide you here. Nice. We have a little bit of the belly button too, coming into awareness. So feeling a little bit like you're orienting that movement from the belly button. We'll do this for about half a minute more, just taking your time. Nice, and always remembering that your practice is for you, and it's your interpretation of these in your body, so there's no need to look like anyone else. Great, and then slowing down some of that exploration. And we'll come back to center. So those of you on your mat, you're gonna come through downward dog or any pose of your choice. And those of you coming through downward dog, you're drawing your hips back, you're drawing your heels back. And then if you're at your desk, it's a good time to do a half standing forward bend. So your hands are going to hold either your chair or your desk. I have my very low shelf here. Then you're gonna walk your hips back, bend your knees and draw the hips way back. Nice, beautiful. I'm gonna keep the knees kind of micro bent a little bit, make it nice and comfortable. And then you're gonna bend one knee and the other, just starting to twist a little more side to side. Nice, making sure that your breath is there with you as you're doing this. Great. Nice, and then let's draw the right hip a little further back, bend the left knee, look under the right arm. So wherever you are, at your desk or at your table, it's the same thing here. Take a few more breaths like that. And we're going to bend the right knee, draw the left hip back, look under the left arm. We'll take 3 full delicious breaths into the left hip. Nice. And then from there, we're going to come through together to kind of like a plank. So those of you on your mat, you're going to come through to plank. And then you're going to lower your knees, roll the shoulders back, draw the heart up. If you're at your desk, you're going to do what I showed this week, where my ears and this thingy. So if you're at your desk, and I think you can still see me over here, I'm going to pretend that this is my desk. So your hands are on your desk, and you're going to bend your elbows, come forward, draw the heart up. And then as you exhale, you're drawing the hips back. So we're doing this a few more times like this. Inhale, I'm going to draw the heart up. Make sure this is not hard on your wrist. If it is, you're going to go on your fingertips. You're not going to put too much weight onto your hands. So drawing the heart up and drawing the hips back. And slowing down the breath, slowing down the movement. Just doing it 3 more times like that. Great. Nice. And then from there, you're going to, if you're on your mat, come into a child's pose. And if you're at your table, you're going to take a seat for a moment back at the desk. So those of you in your child's pose, your knees are wide apart, big toes together. And you're gonna walk the hands forward and relax forward. If you're in your chair, you might try this. So you're going to sit in your chair, but take your hands under your legs and try to draw the legs in while you're balancing in your chair. Tuck your chin. Nice, relax your shoulders. A little bit challenging, could be fun. So we'll take a couple more breaths like that. Cool. And then exhale, we're gonna simply release. We're gonna just have a seat for a moment now. So all of us just taking any comfortable seat. If you need a little cushion under your hips, if you're on the ground, to make you feel even more supported, do that. And then we're going to take a moment, just relax your hands on your lap. I'm gonna close the eyes and just let the face be soft. So just a little mindful moment. Now I want you to give yourself a hug. So you're gonna take your arms around and just kind of squeeze in. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then from there, we're even gonna just twist a little bit like this. So side to side. Just a little movement. A little bit chiropractic, a little bit self-loving. A few more, just going side to side. A little more active today. It's a nice and sunny day. And just breathe here. Great. And then we'll slow it down, come back to center. We're gonna take a side bend, so we're gonna slide the left arm to the left, of course. Right arm overhead. Relax the shoulders and open through the front chest towards the sky. Relax your shoulders here. Nice. Right sit bone is gonna ground back to the chair or to your mat, whichever works for you. Great. Take a few more breaths like that. Just feeling length happening little by little, allowing the length to continue to grow along your side body, especially where the hip connects to the torso. Great, and then we're gonna come over to the other side. Right hand is gonna maybe hold the side of your chair or just kind of suspend it and lengthen. Left arm is gonna come overhead. We're gonna relax the shoulders. And then again, just little by little, open the ribs towards the sky. I'm gonna soften the shoulders. Then we're gonna hang out here. We're not going to try to kind of measure and achieve anything. It's really a very beautiful way with your body to feel the joy of just being in process. So just feel the joy of noticing what's happening instead of looking for whether it's good or bad and whether you have reached far enough and or not. Doesn't matter. Great. Let's take 3 more breaths there. Nice. And then we're going to come back up. Great. So the next one we do, you don't need a yoga mat. We're gonna come into a low lunge together. So we're just gonna take the left foot forward. And if having your chair is helpful, I'm gonna pretend today that this is a chair that's in front of me. So maybe imagine it even higher. But I'll hold maybe the seat of the chair, bring my left foot forward, and just bring the right knee back. So if you want a little support, you can do that. Or your hands can come right onto the front of the left leg. And we can just kind of let the front of the right hip feel a little of that sensation of opening. Yeah, really good. And we're just gonna take a little peek to see that the left knee is right above the left ankle. So if it goes further back or if it goes further forward, it's just a little more awkward. We wanna stack the bones. Great. Then we're gonna breathe all the way into the front body. And then as you exhale, let the entire back body relax. Do it a few more times like this. Great. And then we're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna bring the right arm up and right hand is going to hold the back of the right leg. Just opening that right shoulder outwards a little bit more. Nice. And then we're gonna transition. So you're gonna get a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. Your hands again can be on the chair or it can be on the earth. We're just gonna let ourselves soften forward to fold in. We're gonna soften the shoulders. And when we're in a forward bend, we start to be more able to be in a more introspective state. And allowing that to happen. So letting your practice feel more intimate for you now. It's just you with your breath, with your sensations. Beautiful. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Great, and then we'll switch sides. We'll bring the right knee forward, the left knee back. Nice, and again the same thing. You can have support if you want to use some in front of you or even to your sides of your yoga blocks. Or hands can come onto the right leg. And we're just going to let the hips relax forward and let the tailbone kind of feel like, imagine the tailbone can lengthen down. Nice. And then just little by little, letting the hips relax down and forward. And again, we're not trying to get anywhere. We're seeing where the body wants to go. Find your breath again and just let your breath be like kind of like a cocoon for you. Kind of like when a baby is in one of those swaying cradles. Let your breath cocoon you. Nice. Then we'll add a little. Left arm is going to reach back, left hand onto the back of the left thigh, and we'll roll the left shoulder back. So left shoulder turns outwards a little bit more. And again, only if it feels right for you. Very nice. Few more breaths like that. And then we'll come into our hamstring stretch. So hands are going to come onto your chair or onto the earth. And we're going to draw the hips back. And then we're going to inhale to lengthen the front body. And as you exhale, we're going to soften forward. We'll only go where the body wants to go. There's no need to kind of go beyond. There's nothing to prove. We're just going to hang out and breathe. We'll let this develop over the next 8 breaths. So there's no rush. Right hip is going to slowly keep drawing back, even as you allow yourself to let the body just meet the leg wherever it wants to go. Last 3 breaths here. Let even the face soften. And let the breath, you can fall out through the lips if that feels good. Great. And then we're going to step both the knees back. And again, transition. So those of you at the desk, you're going to come into a half standing forward bend again, hands on the table, draw the hips back. Those of you at your mat, if you want to do a downward dog, hands are spread, and we're going to draw the hips up and back. Just integrating here through a pose that takes both sides of the body back to symmetry. Take 2 more breaths there. Great. And then if you're in downward dog, you're going to walk your feet forward towards your hands and micro bend the knees, hold opposite elbows. We'll come into standing forward bend. If you're at your table, same thing. You're going to walk a little further away from your table and then micro bend your knees and let yourself slowly just drape forward over the legs, holding opposite elbows and letting the spine relax down and forward. We'll take 3 more breaths here, just letting gravity elongate the spine and create a little bit more space. Yeah. Great. And then from here, press into the earth through your feet. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Nice, relaxing our shoulders here. I'm going to transition to a chair pose. So we're not using the chair, we're becoming chairs. So we're going to bend the knees. The feet can be somewhat together. They don't have to touch. The inner feet don't have to touch. Whatever is comfortable for your hips and for your stability. So palms together at your heart, relax the shoulders back. And we're going to just lengthen the hips back. Nice. Belly button is going to draw in a little bit. We're going to let the heart come up to the fingertips. Relax your shoulders, draw your hips back. Nice. Awesome. We're going to take it into a twist. Right elbow outside your left knee. So I'm going to show it this way actually so you can see better. So your right elbow is going outside your left knee. You're going to press your palms. And then we're going to slowly press the palms together, draw the heart up, and sit back even more. Nice. Few breaths like that. Relax the back of the neck. Tuck the chin a little bit. And then exhale, we're going to fold all the way down. One more time, we're going to press down through the feet. Let's rise all the way up, give the legs some relief. Lengthen up through the heart. And exhale, palms to the heart. Nice, we'll go to the other side. Bend the knees, draw the sit bones back and down. Your left elbow this time is outside your right knee. You're going to press your palms together and you're going to twist. As you press the palms together, little by little, turn the heart towards the thumbs a little bit more. Great. We'll take 3 more breaths there. Nice. And then exhale, let yourself fold all the way down. I'm going to transition by stepping the left foot back. So you're going to step your left foot back and then bending your right knee. We're going to come into a low lunge. Nice. Hands are going to walk to the inside of the right foot. Then we're going to walk the right foot out a little bit more. Nice. Right knee is going to drop to the side a little bit more. And then today, I think it would be nice to be on your fingertips or maybe to make a fist. And then we're going to have the fingertips or the fists against the earth. Nice. You're going to hang out here, or if this feels interesting and you want to try, you're going to bend your elbows and bring yourself a little lower. And then inhale, you're going to float the heart up. And exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and let ourselves come a little lower. So we're going to do it a few more times. Just at your own pace. If you want to do 2 instead of 5, all good. Just check out what works for you. Great. And then those of you who are on the mat, or if you're fine with just relaxing your leg onto the floor, left knee comes onto the earth. If you're on your yoga mat, you're going to come through child's pose for a few breaths. Draw the hips back, relax the forehead down. And if you don't have a mat, just take any position where you feel comfortable, have a seat, and we'll take a few breaths there, just in between. Nice. In yoga, always good to take those moments so we remember we're not, rushing towards anything. And then let's meet. Bring the left foot forward, the right knee back. Nice. We're going to step the left foot out to the side a little bit more. And then again, take the hands to the inside of the left foot. And then maybe you're going to take your fists with the thumbs wrapped on the inside or be on your fingertips, whatever feels best for you. I'll show this version this time. Right knee is going to draw up and back. And then left knee is going to relax out to the side a little bit more. So the left knee comes out to the side. You're on the outer edge of your left foot. Great. Feel free to hang out here. This might be more than enough, and this might be even enough with the right knee relaxed back down. If it feels interesting to try, you're going to bend your elbows and try to lower towards the earth. You're going to do it a few more times. So inhale, you're going to draw the heart up. And exhale, we're going to fold. Nice. And continuing like that. Couple more breaths. Great. Very nice. And then from here, we're going to bring ourselves back. We're going to step the legs back. Come through at a downward dog or come through half standing forward bend. Again, it's just whatever you like right now. Take a couple more breaths there. Nice. And then we're going to meet and be seated. So either seated in your chair. It's funny how these are always doing that. Okay, so either seated in your chair or seated cross-legged. Great. And then if you're in your chair, you're going to take your left ankle over your right knee. You're probably kind of seated like this. Yeah. And then you're going to fold forward. So the pigeon folded forward that we've done before. If you're seated on your mat, you're going to have your left shin in front of the right or on top of the right. And again, whatever the body wants today, whatever feels right for you today. I'm going to walk the hands forward. So wherever we're at, it's the same. We're both targeting the hips here, little by little. Let yourself come forward. Just breath by breath. I'm going to hang out here for about a minute just to really let the hips have a chance to let go. Oh. And then exhale. Relax there. So 2 more breaths like that. Great. And then exhaling, releasing. Great. And you're going to come back to center and switch sides. So take your right shin in front of the left now, or if you're seated, your right ankle over the left. Nice. And then again, same thing. We're going to inhale and lengthen. And exhale, we're going to come forward. So breathing in, floating a little higher through the front body, and breathing out, softening forward. I'm going to hang out here for about another minute also. So let your arms soften, let your shoulders soften. And just let gravity and the shape do what it does to help us to release and to relax. And letting your breath really have a chance to be experienced, to be heard. And let your breath really have a chance to be met, to be experienced. So breathing in, let yourself know I am breathing in. And as you breathe out again, I am breathing out. And drop a little deeper into our inner experience. Great. And then walking your hands back towards yourself. Nice. We're going to all come to standing just to integrate everything right now with a swinging twist movement. So actually this is something that I really like and that we don't do as often, and this is so simple that you can do it when you need a break at your desk. So all you do is you get out of your chair and you just let yourself breathe and kind of swing and let yourself feel the whole spine just moving into the twist side to side. And then also start feeling kind of your feet. Feel when the feet lift off the earth and when it comes back. Letting it be really meditative. Do this for a few more times to each side. You can even slow it down. Start to just let gravity take the arms to where they want to go. Nice. Great. And then from here, we're going to step the legs wide. Great. And then if you don't like to fold all the way forward, you're going to take your hands onto the table and you're going to stretch forward like this. And then for those of you where you want to drape all the way forward, just relax and release all the way forward. And in that case, your hands can come back to hold onto your outer legs as you fold. We'll take a few more breaths there. Great. And then we'll come into a twist there. So if you're at your desk, you're just going to maybe walk a little further back, hands onto your hips, come halfway. Then the rest of us, we're going to meet. We're going to come up halfway too. The right hand is on the earth. Left arm is going to enjoy stretching up, relax the shoulders, and twist open. And then to the other side, left hand to the earth, right fingertips to the sky. And a couple more times like that, side to side. Great. And then we're gonna walk the feet together. We're gonna take a yogi squat for a moment. So if you are at your desk, same thing, just palms together, relax the hips down, draw the heart up. Just feel your hands meet each other. Feel that connection between the left and the right side of the body, the yin and the yang side. Nice. And then if you're in a chair, you're gonna come back to the chair, and you're gonna have a seat. We're gonna take a Shavasana seated for you. Relax your shoulders and just relax the hands onto your lap, and just let me guide you through our Shavasana. And then those of you who are at home with your yoga mat, you're gonna take your props that you like to use, whatever helps you to feel like it's easy to be supported and to feel grounded. Maybe you have a couple of pillows. You can even take one over the belly. Maybe some blankets under the head. So just take your time and make yourself comfortable. So whether you're seated or you're lying down, just take the time to really feel the support against your back. Feel the support under your legs. Feel the support of being able to lean the heart back and just be. I'm going to guide you through a little visualization to complete our practice. So imagine at this moment that you're able to breathe through every part of your body, which energetically we are able to bring our awareness to these places and feel the prana kind of flow in and out of those places. So starting at your feet, we're going to feel the left foot and we're going to feel the right foot. And becoming aware of the sensations, having acknowledged them without judgment. We're just going to breathe into the feet and out of the feet. We're breathing into the feet and out of the feet. And as you exhale, letting the feet relax. And we'll let awareness continue to gently make its way up to the lower legs. And then we'll feel the breath as we breathe in to the lower legs and out of the lower legs. And into the lower legs and out of the lower legs. And the next time you're breathing out of the lower legs, letting the lower legs relax. Great. And then bringing your awareness to your knees. Breathing into the knees and out of the knees, into the knees, and out of the knees. And as you breathe into the knees, on your out breath, let the knees soften and relax. Continuing this way with this rhythm, just the in-breath and the out-breath. Coming up towards the upper legs. Awareness in the upper legs. Breathing into the upper legs. And out of the upper legs. Into the upper legs. And out of the upper legs. The next time you breathe out of the upper legs, letting the upper legs relax. Awareness flowing towards the belly, towards the hips. And As you breathe into the hips and out of the hips. Breathing into the hips. And as you're breathing out, the hips relax. Breath flowing to the belly, to the waist, side body, and lower back. As you breathe in, lower torso, receiving breath. As you breathe out, belly, side body, lower back relaxes. And as you breathe in, lower torso fills with breath. As you exhale, entire lower half of the body relaxes. We'll let awareness continue to flow towards the front body, the entire front body, solar plexus, the chest, the front of the shoulders, and the entire back body, the back of the shoulders, your mid-back, and again your lower back. So as you breathe in, the entire front torso feeling with breath. And as you exhale, the entire back body relaxing with the out breath. Take a few more breaths like that. Inhaling, entire front body filling with breath. And exhaling, entire back body relaxing. As we continue to simply breathe here, allowing awareness to flow to the left arm and out of the left arm. Breathing into the left arm. And as you exhale, left arm relaxes. And we'll breathe into the right arm and out of the right arm. And into the right arm. And out of the right arm. And as we let ourselves simply receive the breath, entire body filling with the in-breath, entire body relaxing with the out-breath. Just one breath at a time, simply being, simply breathing. Breath by breath, allowing the jaw to soften, the tongue to relax, the back of the neck to relax, tops of the shoulders. Breath by breath, one breath at a time, the entire face softening, the entire person simply relaxing. There's nothing else to have to do. We'll rest in sweet silence for the next couple of minutes as we integrate through our Shavasana all of our practices, all of the breath that has been moved through the body, all of the parts of awareness, the physical, and the other layers that have been connected. Just allowing inner wisdom to do its magic. Nothing else to have to do. Simply breathe. Simply be. And as you rest here, reading to you from the Radiant Sutras. The next time the thought arises, I want this, or I think that, grapple with this I, perceive it by itself. Wonder, who is this I? I am animal. I am human. I am a loving heart. I am a questing mind. I am a particle of infinity. I am a witness to creation. I am consciousness itself. In meditation, embrace all of these dimensions. Reach into the source, the luminous world of dancing energies in ever-changing relatedness. Gently deepening the breath. Smooth, deep breaths into the body. And feeling the prana circulating throughout the body. Feeling complete and relaxed, just as you are. And taking your time, starting to just bring some movement into your fingers and your toes, and stretching and moving in any way you like on your mat or in your chair. And then we'll meet seated in any comfortable seat with the eyes softly closed. And we'll rest the hands on the heart. And just let yourself be touched today by all the good that you do, and knowing that you're doing your best given everything that is happening at all times. Try to focus on the 9 great things that you achieve instead of the 1 out of the 10 things that will like to make different. Just embracing ourselves just as we are in this moment, in all of our layers. Then we'll chant Om to seal our practice together. So you can chant if you like, or just listen and let the sound ripple. So taking a breath in. Letting the palms touch, bowing to our hearts and each other. Namaste. Thank you.